it's like, you like, certain people are like, oh, I'm not watching because this person is there. But then you'll say you didn't like last season. So it's like, how does that make sense? Make it make sense.
That's a good point.
Make it make sense, y'all. So I just say, regardless of who's here, I just feel like the show brings something different. Not only that, I want to shout out our producer this year, because for those of you Potomac fans, all of the Potomac fans out there, because we all love Potomac, right? They doing their thing. Much love to them. But we have the same producer this year. So Eric, shout out to you. Him and his mess came on over to Real Housewives of Atlanta, and he showed up and showed out. So I'm sure that y'all don't like it.
Well, that was why everyone's like, why is Potomac not filming? What's the problem? I'm like, it's the same producer, people. They need to like wrap up Atlanta before we could start filming Potomac. Do you have
I didn't know.
Yeah. There was a lot of like, why isn't Potomac started? And I think it was really because Eric was involved with Atlanta and we kind of needed it.
Oh, okay. I didn't know.
Do you have a favorite in Potomac? Because I mean, they are so great.
I don't want to like say that I got a favorite, because honestly, I haven't watched it enough. But I will say I love Giselle. I always loved Giselle. And I love Candiace, because Candiace is another queen of shade. You know what I mean? Like,
oh, yes.
She's quick with it.
Do you think maybe it is Candiace, do you think one of the Potomac women, like if someone needed to transfer over to Atlanta, since we brought up Potomac, like who do you think? Because listen, I think I agree with where we started. I think Atlanta brings the shade better than any franchise. Who from Potomac do you think could hang and hold their
handle
own?
It?
Yeah.
Oh, we can handle it. I would say definitely Giselle and definitely Candiace, like definitely Candiace for sure. Now, I don't know. It probably would go a little bit way different in Atlanta than it does in Potomac. But yeah, I think that would be good.
I think those would be two good choices. Well, listen, Kandi, you've been pulling double duty lately. I mean, as we are getting into this season of RHOA, I mean, Kandi and the Gang is coming to an end. What a great show.
Thank you.
How was that experience different for you? And I mean, listen, we had like a wig funeral. We had a proposal, a manager dating a bartender. People are making out in the break room. Like we had a suspension. Did you know there was all this drama amongst your staff?
Well, I already knew they were drama, and I knew they were going to be good TV. Now, some of the stuff they were doing, I did not know. Like, I did not know that Brandon and Dom were in a relationship. I never knew that Brian and Torrin had hooked up before. I never knew that. So some of the stuff that they're doing, I didn't know. You know what I mean? Obviously, I learned since we were filming. But our restaurant is like constant drama and crazy and comedy. I think what makes our show so good because it's funny. Like we have a lot of funny people on there.
It was such a good show. It was great. So, well, listen, we've seen like Don't Be Tardy went on for many seasons. Like, can we hope to see like Kandi and the Gang for many seasons to come?
Well, I would love for that to happen. That would be awesome. I would be so excited. Right now, I don't know yet. They're going to let us know, obviously. But we have 2 more episodes. So, hey, let's hope that it does work out for another season. I will be extremely excited.
How did Mama Joyce? Because listen, Mama Joyce and Todd, I mean, they're no stranger. I mean, they're on RHOA, but they had like an increased role in this. Like, did they enjoy like kind of having more camera time? And
I think everybody enjoyed doing Kandi and the Gang more, because it wasn't really like, to me, I feel like when they're on Real Housewives of Atlanta, it's really more about me and they're just kind of like my support. Whereas on Kandi and the Gang, it's more about them and I'm their support, like as far as like my aunts, my mama, my family, my cousins, like it's more about all of them. Like, so, when people are hating on me and they're like, I ain't watching her or whatever, I'm like, what y'all really missing is you're missing an amazing cast if you hating on it because of me, because I'm not really the main person in the show.
You're not. There are times Mama Joyce is on the screen more than you are. So
right, exactly. So it's like, I'm like, y'all don't know what y'all missing. because this show is hilarious.
It's literally like a lighthearted, funny show. It's great. There's drama, but it's funny. So
yeah,
I absolutely loved it. Speaking of Don't Be Tardy, how do you think, like we talk about bringing people back, like do you think Kim would fit in, like Kim Zolciak would fit in with like this current cast with like Shereé and you and Kenya, Drew?
Well, I mean, I would have said no, but because she's still friends with Shereé, I mean, I think they're still cool. So yes, I think that if Shereé is there, I think that would still be her connection if she were to ever come back, you know what I mean? But I mean, if she, you know, it's all about that, because other than that, she doesn't really have a relationship with anybody else.
Maybe Shereé will work out. She'll be here for a few years. Kim will make an appearance back.
I definitely feel like Shereé got to be here for at least a while longer, honey. She should stay because Shereé brought it in season 14.
I think from what I've seen, like I don't think Shereé's going anywhere. I think this is a good cast.
Shereé is really, this year, I feel like, I think people are going to be like so into Shereé's story this year. Like it's all about Shereé for me.
Really? Is there anything she did? Like, did she shock you in the sense, like you've worked with her again, she's come and gone. Like, was there a different Shereé that you saw? And did anything she do shock you?
Yes. Like I felt like she was just more open this year. Sometimes she's a little bit more private and play her cards to the vest more, but she really was trying to be more open to having closer relationships with the girls. She definitely was sharing everything that she was dealing with in her personal life. And honey, it was a lot. She just was like, I don't know, I think she just gave us a different Shereé this year, but in a great way.
So if you had to give your MVP, peach to someone, would it be Shereé?
It would definitely be for Shereé. This season is definitely going to Shereé. For me, I'm not saying for everybody else, but for me, Shereé, just because like on personal front and then mess with the girls and just her business, everything. She had stuff going on in every area. It was a lot.
And might we see some Cairo? I mean, please tell a girl over here in New York City, like, are we going to see Cairo at least a little?
Maybe a little.
I mean, just come on, hook a girl up over here, Kandi.
Yeah. Well, I don't know what all is going on in her personal life, but
right.
I would say you at least see him. I know for a fact at least once. Yeah.
Okay. Let's talk music. Xscape. We have some May dates.